So here we are in the paddock that the cows have been in all day. You can see here it's a paddock, but we also have a strip grazing system within this paddock. The reason we have a strip grazing system is because the animals are going to be here 3 times. So the first time they're getting nearly about 50% of the paddock. Okay, so they're grazing, they're selective grazers. They're going to graze the palatable stuff, the leafy stuff with the high sugars. That's what the cows want. And the next day we'll move it back maybe another 30% of the paddock, that's taking up 80. They're getting fresh leafy grass again, and then the final time they'll graze all the grass. Whereas if we give them just this whole paddock, the first time they're in it, they'll eat all the good stuff, the leafy stuff, the high sugary stuff that they want. The second time they'll eat what's left of the good stuff. And the third time they come into the paddock, they'll actually be kind of anxious. They'll want good leafy grass, and all will be left is kind of, I suppose, low DMD stemmy grass, and they don't enjoy that as much. So that's something that's important as well. So on this farm we actually have a milking interval of 14:10. That means the cows are milked, if the cows are milked at 6:30 this morning, they're going to be milked at 4:30 this afternoon. So what tends to happen is the milk in the mornings, because they're out for 14 hours since they've milked, they tend to have more milk supply as well. Here, this field would have been reseeded 5 years ago, and it was reseeded with mainly perennial ryegrass and white clover. Now, the reason we want perennial ryegrass is it grows back every year, it grows as perennial, it's persistent. And white clover, again, it has that ability to fix nitrogen. As we know from the experiment, when we have to isolate the root nodules of the clover and look at the bacteria, the rhizobium bacteria that do that within the soil. So again, you'll see there's some weeds, dock leaves and so on. It's important to be able to identify these weeds as well. Again, to kill weeds, we use herbicides to kill some of the weeds. But again, there's a few dock leaves around the field, 1 or 2 daisies, but other than that, it's mainly our perennial ryegrass and white clover that we have here on the farm.